Wholesaling real estate step by step. Wholesaling real estate is putting a motivated seller under contract, which gives you equitable rights to the property. You flip the contract to a cash buyer for a higher price. Locating motivated sellers. Here are a few ways to locate and market to motivated sellers. Driving for dollars, direct mail, cold calling, text messaging, ringless voicemail, and bandit signs. What is the process of wholesaling? Locate motivated sellers, build rapport, run comps, find ARV and MAO, make seller an offer, put seller under contract, find cash buyer, put buyer under contract, and close deal. Building rapport. Tips include actively listening, finding common ground, asking questions, and gathering information. How to run comps, find ARV and MAO. So there are two ways you can do this. You can find comparables that have sold as is, preferably cash, and you can find comparables that are fully renovated. We only use fully renovated comps to calculate ARV. Here is how you calculate ARV and MAO. Making an offer. When making an offer, here are some tips to include. You always want to let the seller know you are purchasing the property as is with all cash and can close quickly. Start with the lowest MAO possible and negotiate up. Point out reasons that justify your offer that the seller may have pointed out during building rapport. What contracts to use? Getting a seller under contract, you always want to use an offer to purchase agreement, which includes buyer and seller information, seller's address, amount of purchase, disclosures, date of closing, and title, company, or closing attorney. How to market to cash buyers. You can find cash buyers by connecting with real estate agents, joining your Facebook investor groups, attending public auctions, Clubhouse, public records for cash sales, and Craigslist. What contracts to use? Wholesalers use an assignment contract, which will give you the right to hand over your responsibility to another person or business. How to find a title company or closing attorney. We only want to find investor-friendly title companies and closing attorneys because they are familiar with investors and wholesale real estate transactions. Here are some ways to find your local title company or closing attorney. Congrats, you made it to closing day. On the day of closing, you will need to follow instructions from your title company or closing attorney. They will need information and paperwork signed from both the buyer and the seller. You will receive your HUD statement, and then boom, check your bank account.